Hello, my friend. I'm Amy Esther, and I live with multiple chronic illnesses. I usually make videos about life with chronic illness and how to live the most amazing life with extra challenges like pain and fatigue and other symptoms that make life so much more challenging. But we can still live an amazing life, you guys. You know we can if you've been here before. But today's video is a little bit different. I am a big Justin Bieber fan. I love his music. I am not ashamed to say it. I love Justin Bieber's music. And if you haven't heard, Justin Bieber suffered from Ramsay Hunt Syndrome, and he has canceled many of his upcoming shows because of this. So he shared on Instagram a little video clip of him sharing why he was canceling his tours. He had a video of his face, which half of it was not moving, the other half was moving like normal. And you could tell that he was having some paralysis in his face. So I personally didn't know what Ramsay Hunt Syndrome was, so I looked it up, and according to Mayo Clinic, Ramsay Hunt Syndrome occurs when a shingles outbreak affects the facial nerves near one of your ears. In addition to the painful shingles rash, Ramsay Hunt Syndrome can cause facial paralysis and hearing loss in the affected ear. Ramsay Hunt Syndrome is caused by the same virus that causes chickenpox. After chickenpox clears up, the virus still lives in your nerves. Years later, it may reactivate. When it does, it can affect your facial nerves. In his video, he said that he believes it will get better, that he just needs some rest and some time for it to heal. And I'm sure it was very difficult for Justin Bieber to cancel his shows. I can't imagine how hard it would be to have millions of people who were counting on you and then you weren't able to show up. And I just want to say that if you don't live chronically ill, if you don't experience regular pain and symptoms that you have to deal with on a regular basis, it can be hard to empathize with someone when they have something like this happen. It can be hard to feel like, well, they should just be able to keep going. They should just be able to show up for me. They should just be able to be here. They shouldn't cancel last minute. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being disappointed that you had to cancel the show that you were looking forward to, but we need to be empathetic and see that, hey, he's going through something really hard. This is not a small thing. This is a big thing to him. And to you, you may not see it as a big thing. You may not be able to see what he's actually feeling. You may not be able to see what he's actually gone through, what he's actually talked you through with doctors and figured out on his own journey to healing. And I just encourage you to respect someone who's going through something like this. We all have things that we go through, whether it's something you can visually see, like half of your face being paralyzed, or something that's inside that you can't see, which is even harder sometimes to respect and empathize with because you can't see it. You can't see what someone is going through. And for those of you who live chronically ill, who live with chronic pain and fatigue, I know how hard it is to have other people look at you like you should be able to do something. Like they can't see what's going on the inside of you, and they think you should be able to show up for me. You said you would come to this activity or this event, or you said you would do this thing and you canceled last minute. And people get angry and they get frustrated and they get annoyed and they get offended by cancellations, by accommodation, by changing of plans, by taking a break. It can be so hard for people on the outside to see what you are going through inside. In fact, it's impossible. No one can see what you're going through inside. Physically, sometimes your symptoms are not seen by the outside world. Sometimes nobody can see what's going on for you. And mentally, emotionally, no one can see what's going on for you. So whether you're feeling physically sick or mentally sick, it can be so hard for other people to look at you and judge you, and especially someone like Justin Bieber, who has millions of people looking at him and millions of people judging him constantly, all day, every day. But for the average person, for us who maybe aren't super famous and have millions of followers, we still have to deal with that judgment every day. In some ways, it's way harder to have millions of people judging you. But in other ways, you don't have to interact with them. You don't have to see them day to day. But then when you live chronically ill, it's your friends and your family and your neighbors and your friends at church. It's your colleagues at work. Those are the people that you are seeing all the time. And you're seeing them and you're hearing them judge you face to face. And I've had experiences where people have said, Amy, I feel like I can't trust you. You just don't show up for me. Or why do you just cancel all the time? I feel like you don't even want to be with me because you're always canceling on me. And it's hard to explain because I do want to be with that person. I do want to show up to the family parties. I do want to come to the friend events. But I might have to cancel last minute because I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to feel tonight. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to make it. And in the moment, I want to. I want to show up for you. I want to be there. I want to maybe not put on a huge show for thousands of people like Justin Bieber, but I want to show up for my family and for my friends. And sometimes I can't. But if you live chronically ill, you've got to take care of yourself. And we have got to let other people judge us and let that go. And so often we want them to be happy and we think, well, they should understand us. They shouldn't get so mad at us. They shouldn't be offended or sad or angry that we are not coming to this event. They should get it. I've been living with this for so long. My mom or my mother-in-law or my sister or my brother or my best friend or my cousin or whoever has been there. They should know that this is my life. They shouldn't be mad at this. What if instead we let that part go and it was okay that they're mad? The thing is, they should be upset. They should be annoyed sometimes. They shouldn't get it because they don't live chronically ill. They don't know what it's like to feel this symptom. I don't know what it's like to feel Justin Bieber's symptoms. And my friends and family don't know what it's like to feel my symptoms. Even my husband, who's been there every step of the way with me, doesn't know what it's like to live chronically ill. And so for me to judge him for that and tell him he should be different than he is, no, that's not fair. Let's give them back their emotions. Let's keep ours and take ownership of ours. And let's take care of ourselves when we need to. Let's not be embarrassed to use a wheelchair out in public. Let's not be embarrassed to be the first one to leave the party. Let's not be embarrassed to bring our own dinner when we go to family dinner. Let's not be embarrassed for those things that take care of our health, because it's not our job to take care of other people's emotions. It's not our job to make sure people aren't angry and mad and upset. Sometimes they have a total right to be. Sometimes it makes perfect sense for them to be. And it's okay. And they can deal with their own emotions and we get to deal with our own emotions. So let's take care of us. Let's follow Justin Bieber's way, which is, I need to take care of myself right now. I know there are people that are counting on me, that are waiting for me, that are watching me, that are judging me. I'm going to still take care of me, and I'm going to let them take care of them. There is a time and a place for showing up for someone else, for pushing things a little farther to help out someone in need. And then there's a time and place for taking care of you. You got to fill up your own cup or you cannot help anyone else. Justin Bieber cannot sing at his best and be at his best performance if he hasn't taken care of his personal health. And if you are like me and you've ever had a time where you feel like you can't show up for yourself and you can't advocate for yourself, I want to give you permission to do so. I want to give you permission to let everybody else have their own emotions back and you take care of you. Because if you can't take care of you, you're never going to show up for them. You're never going to be there for them. If you go to the party when you're not feeling good, you're not going to be fun to be with anyway. So it's more kind for you to stay home and take care of yourself than it is for you to go and lie and pretend that you're fine when you're not. That's going to be worse in the long run. So let's let people be mad sometimes. Let's let people be a little angry. Let's let people be a little frustrated, because guess what? I'm frustrated too. I'm angry too when I have to miss out on the thing and I have to cancel last minute. I feel that same way. I mean, sometimes I'm happy about it because I didn't want to go anyway, but most of the time I did want to go. And when I did, it's sad and it's hard. And I'm sure Justin Bieber is grieving that he can't go to his shows. I'm sure he wanted to. I'm sure he doesn't want to disappoint people. But sometimes you have to do that in order to take care of you. If you can't take care of yourself, you'll never be able to show up for anyone else. So take care of you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will link Justin Bieber's video down below if you want to watch it. And I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one.